Attention, attention, attention. This is the Townnet A of the day. I am your net controller, ticket number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo Echo. And if you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder to all that this is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin. Check in, check in, check in. Anyone want to check in?
Team unit number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Team unit number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, keep it going, keep it going. Check in, check in. This is the Townnet A of the day. Come in, come in, come in. Check in, check in. Come in, check in. It is now 1 p.m. Let's do the official call out for anyone want to check in. This is the Townnet A of the day. Check in. Oh, check in with your call sign.
Wow, quiet day today. Yeah. Okay, let's begin and we'll call out again later. Probably people will check in later. Um, so today there were some videos suggested by YouTube all over my front page about that Shaolin thing. Um, and people have been like making lots of video to make fun of the Buddhism and their temple, saying like, "Oh, you get ordained, and then somehow they have a lot of wives, earn the money from the believer, and tell the believer that you give the money to the temple, and it will help you to dissolve all your calamities." That idea is actually like how most Chinese or Asian think how religion work. Maybe in the West too, like they think if you are donating a lot of money to the temple, somehow the God will just help you to dissolve everything. And so people are kind of like trying to buy their way in life. Oh, I have so many problems. Let me just donate a bunch of money. And people are crazy doing that, like lots of money. And they expect like, things will just disappear. All the problems in the family, all the problems in your life, they're just going to be gone because you have output a lot of money. That's weird, huh? How does that even work? Yeah, I have had clients who come to me like that too. They think like I'm gonna pay you for ceremony, and then you're gonna fix all my problems. A lot of the problems are actually from what the guy is actually doing, and if they don't change, what can I do, right? Like you don't learn to be smarter in life, and you don't stop what you're doing. You're going to continue to have problems because you're the one making the problems. Like that recent guy who came for the exorcism foo, right? It's the same idea. He always say he have like this problem, that problem, but a lot of problem is actually caused by himself. If he don't change it, nothing's going to work. So there we go. Let's pass the mic around. Team net number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Team at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Yeah, Shajon, the Western mindset, at least from my experience, in terms of donors and people who have a lot of resources, there's a couple different ways that they do this when it comes to considering salvation. One is by donating your time. If you're poor, you don't have a lot, you can do your time. Put your time in at the church, put your time in at the volunteer center or activities, clean up around the place, fix up the temple or the location or the church or whatever place that you attend. And the other way is to regularly give a lot of money on a regular, consistent basis. And that may ensure that you have some kind of a good feeling about it. Sometimes it's the leader is making extra prayers on your behalf, extra attention, sometimes recognition. You're putting the newsletter, here so-and-so, they gave this, that, and another thing, and a third. Or you get recognition, attention, or you get some sort of place to make a decision. You're in a position of power. They put you on the leaderboard. You get a chance to affect the steering of the way the thing is run. So if you give a lot of money, then you get a lot of input. You are able to affect change in the organization. You can steer some things. You're put in a position where you have the ability to affect the outcome, and that can be a heady type of feeling for some people who are not maybe accustomed to that, or maybe they are accustomed to doing that, and that's how they've gained power and position, is by just and influence by just putting their money and resources behind things. And it may be genuine, they may be actual believers and followers, but for the most part, it can be corrupted easily. Yeah. Tingette number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Talking about that word, corrupt, it reminds me of in the past, there was this ex-disciple, a team of disciple, the CTX, okay? They were also outputting quite an amount of money regularly, but they do corrupt the system. So, yeah, I mean, the disciple outputting money is okay. It's supposed to be a good thing, like you're supporting the lineage. Realistically speaking, if no one output money, like if we say we don't care about money, right? Okay, then how can we survive? Right? Like we can't even live. We can't eat. We can't have a good life and sustain everything. So, hey, you're not going to get anything too. So realistically, yeah, the output of money is needed because in this world, we need money to survive. But at the same time, I think most of the people just look at the money and they forget the actual important part behind, which is the faith. Like religion is a faith, and it has, like, for example, for us, right? It's like not just about the money, but you also need to learn and apply the teachings to actually get the benefit. Like if you don't come on the net, you don't go online, you don't talk, and you think like, oh, I just learned the heart spell, I'm going to recite it like 10 million times. Like every day, I just keep playing the heart spell. It's not going to do anything. But yeah, there's like this group of people influenced by the Buddhists about like chanting their mantras, right? Many times, 10,000 times or something, and then it will somehow just have some magical effect, and it's crazy. I have had people like that. They think that they would like recite the heart spell many times, and then it will solve all the problems. It's just crazy. I did not ever say that, but somehow because their background, they then believe that will happen. It's crazy stuff. Senior number two, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Good day, Sergeant Kijan. Good day to my seniors and my juniors who are listening or waiting to sign in. As you were speaking about the monks, Sergeant, it made me think about the trope or the stereotype that a lot of those mobsters like to congregate in the Roman Catholic Church because it's an easy way for them to commit sin and go and just have the priest just give them a quick little prayer, go and say to Hail Marys and donate a lot of money and you'll be fine. And it's quite laughable. And it also made me think about this movie I saw like a really, really long time ago. It's called The Sin Eater, where this Roman Catholic priest was being solicited by these different millionaires and celebrities, where he would go to their home and this kind of thing would come out of him and he would eat their sins literally. It was a very uh, demonic and interesting concept of where people are right now. Simply because most people don't necessarily want to do the work. We live in a society where we just want a pill or some kind of quick gratification to just get rid of the situations that sometimes we ourselves created. Um, I think that's just a lack of maturity, and I'm not necessarily condemning anybody because I guess everybody has been there at some point in time, and still struggling with certain aspects of their life. But it's definitely something that's quite prevalent in Western culture as well. But it's funny that you mentioned that these monks have wives and running this whole racket or scam. I guess it's in every aspect of Western religion as well, because you have that in many different churches where you have these priests would tell you, "Oh, just donate a lot of money, come to church, donate a lot of money, and Jesus or God will love you," all kind of crap. Now, I actually was in a situation where I heard a pastor said he when he's taking collection, he doesn't want to hear any money that jingles. He only want money that fools. So like if you're poor and you have like coins and something, they don't want that. You need to keep that. They want the money that fools, which is says a lot about their priorities. I mean, yeah, money is definitely something everyone needs, but seem like the money has become a lot of these religion god. Back to you, Tiny number 2, Charlie Hotel playing golf.
Okay, let me do a call out and see if anyone want to check in. Anyone else want to check in? Check in. Please come now with your call sign.
Team number 2, Golf Echo India.
Team number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Okay, we got 2 more. Anyone else would like to check in? Okay, yeah, money itself is not a bad thing. It is needed. Like money is needed and it could be good, just like food. But when you use it poorly, with a bad mindset behind, like trying to be, let me just shortcut everything, and then just use money to buy my way, like you use money to play COC. I have seen people using real money to play COC, and they like just buy their way through, and they don't even know how to play the game. And then when it's like wartime, they can only bully the lower town, and they can't really fight because they have no skills. So using the money like that, you're just a dumbass. But money itself isn't bad. It's just a tool. We also have money in magic money, right? um, yeah. Talking about the religious issue, I find that a lot of the religious promotion, they are like, you have problems, and then there's this guy. It could be a priest or whatever representative, and they come to you and they just need to like sprinkle their God power on it, and it will be all good. It's like, imagine the God is like the logo of a company. Okay, like let's say Apple Inc. Okay, the thing that makes phone, right? So it's like this guy came from Apple, and he looked at your business, your office. Like, let's say you have a whole building, right? And he's like, okay, let me just help you out. And they don't even need to actually have tech support. They just like grab a bunch of stickers with the logo on it, and they're like, oh, here we go, stick the sticker, right? It's like that. People believe that just by drawing a cross over something, like a sticker, then it will be all good. But how did that thing actually help you? Right? Like, there's no explanation. People just believe when there's a God, everything will be fine. Sickness, no problem. You're blind? Oh, you'll see again. Oh, can walk? Okay, you'll be able to walk again. It's like that magical thing, right? You just tape it on, it'll be good. And that mindset also contaminated to the Chinese as well. And a lot of people just believe like, you get a fool and you put it there, it'll be all good. Like, how the hell will that thing actually work? No one cares. It's kind of funny. Tina number 2, Golf Echo India.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Yeah, sounds like a.
You got cut off?
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Screwing around with my volume settings. I think I was not good before. Hopefully this is better. Yeah. Hi everyone, Sujong, Gijang. It sounds like a bit of a loaded topic today. I imagine the outing of the corruption in the Shaolin um, franchise has really been on everyone's mind. Um, I'm reminded of when the Catholic scandals came out. I want to say a few years ago, but it was probably like a decade or more now. Um, Somehow it's always so shocking to people when these systems um, are revealed to be made of people. Of course they're just people. And it's like, if you don't trust your government to be free of corruption, why would you trust any other less transparent system that has authority and a lot of money? Um, because, like, money isn't the problem, and it's also not the answer. Um, I think that there's a big problem with money in that the currency that we use has been uh, pretty firmly divorced from actual meaning. Um, I have a pet theory, I guess, that bartering systems would probably be healthier long term, just because the things that you're trading for something else have more um, even for the people that don't really think about these things, it's easier to feel the weight of the value and the blood that's put into it. And it makes more sense to trade that way as opposed to, just having a bunch of this stuff that you give away and then have other stuff. It gets very abstract, and I think that that's sort of a big loophole for looters and egods to sort of sidetrack our attention with. Tinyat number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Well, that leads to my talk on the magic money, actually. um, the barter system, like the trading, you will have issues eventually as well because everyone has their own so-called standard, or if you're like greedy, you will try to scam and you'll argue over other people's standard, and eventually it will be a mess as well. So no matter what, there could be a mess. Like it's just one way or the other. It depends on the people. It's the heart issue. It's like bad people, mind fucked people. They can make anything go bad, even it's good. So doesn't matter what system, it will still go bad. um, that lead me to remember that talk about the magic money and what it is really for. Because you see, like if we trade things, like let's say you're trading objects, right? It's easy to understand because objects, everyone knows about it. But if you're trading for things that is non-tangible, that will be something hard. Like let's say a piece of picture, right? You draw a piece of picture. You can say it took you a lot of time, but the other guy will say, nah, it's just a piece of paper. Or like you're trying to sell your massage. It's like you can't charge more than that because every hour it's only equal to that much. It's kind of hard to have a standard. So that is the problem with trade. And yeah, well, I'll talk more about the magic money side later, but it has to do with like a lot of people think that when you burn those Jaws paper, especially the Chinese, they think that somehow the god need your paper. Like you're burning the gold and silver for the god. So the god need your so-called paper money. And that always confused me in the past when I was like, in other sects because there was no answer. Like, why does this thing work? Like, who the hell set the standard for it? No one knows. You just have to burn it because it was passed down many, 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 many years ago. It's a practice that we all do, kind of like that, and you're being forced to believe it. But it makes no sense. When Sam law kicked in, now that makes more sense. So I will talk about that later, but let's hand the mic to T number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Senior number 2, Kilo Alpha India. I would like to greet everybody in the net and search on GitHub. The video that you mentioned, unfortunately, I didn't see it. But I've noticed many years when I used to watch movies, martial art, where they will portray some of the temples, but I'm not sure what type of religion, whether it's Buddhism or Taoism or other religion, but they used to show up some notorious religious leaders who are connected with the government and officers within the government and portray them as being evil to the society and stuff, and then the guy with martial art will come and rescue the whole thing up. But obviously, it's it's sort of a conspiracy because they always conspire. They're making money out of the criminal activities that they are doing, but they're hiding behind the temples, and the people see them as innocent, but behind the scene they do something connected with the with what you call it, with maybe the army within the government. So I've seen such things in movies. They then again, I don't really know if those are the things that are actually. Uh, the story always depends on the writer, so I don't know if those things are real or not. Unit number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Back to you.
Okay, let me do a call out. Anyone want to check in? Anyone else want to check in? Okay, back to me. Um, not sure what movie you watched, but today, during one of the video I watched, they talk about that Shaolin guy, the monk that got arrested. They were saying like the time he got ordained, Shaolin is just like very, 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 very small. It's like only one little temple in the forest. So it's not like today with like so many people and all that. And he ordained, and later on he start to turn it into a business, and he like keep going franchise mode, and he was the guy that started off with promoting Shaolin into the movies and got like the Jet Li and all that going, and boom, and then suddenly it just got viral and earned lots of money. And he actually had a lot of other name, like other temples, that is like his name as well. So he's like a just a business person, and he turned the whole thing so big. And when he does that, how will everyone else feel, right? Like, yeah, this guy's good. You know, he's doing a good job. So, yeah, a lot of kung fu movies are part of this propaganda. You know, like they're trying to sell to the normal people that Shaolin Kung Fu it's good. Yeah, Shaolin Kung Fu the best. You know, like that. Yeah, they even have a slogan saying all the Kung Fu comes out from Shaolin. They say that all the time in the novel as well. And it's is it really? No, it's not. It's all a lie. But anyway, now leading to the topic of the magic money, because you guys should have known already, but I don't see a lot of people using that a lot. So let's get into that a little bit today. Magic money is like, well, it is magic because you're talking to the god, and the money part is like kind of like a ticket, a check that the god, or like even a bond, you know, like you preload that ticket with the god, like request the help first, and then the god agreed and gave you the resources that you need, and then it's like, okay, whenever you need it, you can deploy it to anywhere. Instead of like I write a fool, then it's like, okay, I need help with this, and I request the help right now. Right? A fool is like you are requesting help when you need help. But the magic money is a faster way of getting help because you pre-requested and the god pre-approved it for you. And so whenever you need, you don't even need to go check for anything because it's pre-given to you. And what is being given is like there are different specific type of resources that we have, like that we need from the god, and they categorize it like the gold, the silver, the 5 element chi, and all that, right? So whenever you need certain element of that, you can use the different ticket to request, like to actually deploy that help. Let's move to tier number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Tier number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Yeah, I didn't realize that we are utilizing it for the gold and silver, not actual gold and silver. And I think that we need a little bit more on that, because it is an agreement between ourselves and the entities that we're working with. And just because you print out a whole bunch of money or you make up a whole bunch of money doesn't mean you're going to get that back or you're going to get what you asked for in a certain way. So I think maybe listening a little longer can help elaborate and make it more clear. It isn't like regular money. This isn't like the dollar exchange or the yen exchange or something. It's not that. This isn't like monetary systems here on Earth. So I'll leave that explanation up for further discussion. Tingette number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, not related to actual gold and silver. So to start off, let's say, what is the gold inside you? So we talk about the dragon chi, the 9 different type of chi, right? And the gold is talking about the D5 kind of chi, yellow, right? Why is it gold? Well, because it's D5 outputting the light. So that's a metaphor. And the gold chi is like your heart power. So how do you know if you have a lot of it or so little of it? Well, let's say if you're going to do something, let's say you're going to draw a piece of picture. So when you start, how do you feel in the heart? Oh, I feel so confident, so hyped. I so want to do it. That's a lot of gold, right? Sometimes you're like, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll wait 2 more days. Kind of not really motivated. That's not enough gold, right? Gold has that property in the heart. For example, when I was doing the bunch of food to ship to the 3G side, remember that last batch, right? It wasn't even like I'm charging any money or anything, but immediately there was so much gold coming to me from the altar side, because I know, like, I talked to the altar side and they gave me the idea, and instantly I feel like super high, so faithful. Things will get much better. These disciples will be so good. It's like suddenly you feel so like overly hype and confident, and you have faith, believe that this will turn out really good. Compared to, like, there was another client that paid, and he paid money, but at the same time, I don't know him, so I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the same food, right? At the same time, about the same time, I believe, and I don't feel any hype for that. Like I'm like, yeah, I can drag it to tomorrow. It doesn't matter. So that shows you the amount of gold inside, right? Now, when I write the food and it's written, where did the gold go to the food, right? So it packs up that power. When the god has the gold, what happened? Well, the god have more of that D5 power. That means that they can use that as their heart power, which is actually the power to make things change and happen in reality. The power of creation, D5, that's what you need to make things happen. So if you do a magic and there's not enough gold, then it's like, yeah, you did the magic, but it's not really going to help much because there's not much resources at the back. And the resources is this type of chi. which goes into the God. Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, just to follow what you're saying, Sajon. So you receive so much essence of gold. You got so much hype and inspiration when you was doing the food. You know, yeah, this is going to be good. So essentially, it sounds like you were channeling the gold from the altar into the food. Like you're just the wire that the quote unquote power is passing through to go into to the food. So I guess my question would be, how could how could we get more gold if we're trying to pour it into a project? Do we how do we get it from the altar or from the god, or is it a case where we build up the gold from doing the Ching and the opening scriptures that helps to build up the gold, or is it that the god just wasn't feeling that other client I had, and he's like, yeah, I ain't gonna give him no goal. Like, what is the technical aspect behind it? Like, how does the goal build up? How do you get it? Yeah, Tenyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, for personal, we have the gold in the heart, and it's from the Yun San and down. And every day you have a certain amount. So it's like I wake up and you can look at the sun, right? The God. That is the gold. So you wake up and look, how much essence do you have? You look at yourself and you're like, do I feel today is bright? Do I have idea of what I should be doing? Or do I feel like very gloomy and hopeless? That's your Jing, right? The Jing. And then your Qi goes to the thinking part. And then the gold is in the sun. So do you have a strong confidence today? Are you like scared of this and that and I don't know what to do kind of thing? Or are you like, oh yeah, I believe that this will work out. Yeah, I'm like doing really well. Everyone's condition is different every day, right? So you can't just like grab more. It's something that is given when you're wake up. That because that's basically what you got in the Yun Sun coming down to you. Now, of course, if you're like always being bashed and you're like like gay when she's young, right? The parents is like that to her and always make her lose the confidence and all that. Hey, that will result in you're getting like no gold because your heart don't even believe everything anymore. Right? You don't even believe yourself. You don't even believe everything will be good. Like there's no hope, right? So that means your gold is being killed. No gold. So for us, that is the personal side of resources. That's your personal gold. And yeah, you can say, let me give it to someone. Like that time when I feel that hype, right? It was myself, the gold inside myself. That's why I felt it. It's not channeling from the altar side. It's more like inside me. So I'm feeling that. But if you want to say, I want you to just grab more gold from an other source, now that's where the magic money comes in, right? You can take the same kind of resources, but it's not from you, it's from the lineage. And the lineage had the bank, like everyone cultivate and build this pool of resources every day by investing their faith into the gods and the lineage, right? Like every day you do your magic, you do your horse spell, you're believing in it. It contributes to that. And when we're doing our prayers and ceremony, it contributes to that pool. So now we have a pool outside of us. And if we need more because we don't have enough, or if we need more because this thing is important, we can now use this ticket, like a coupon, right? Change. You ask the god for more, kind of like writing a check. Yeah. So that's how it works. TJ number 2, Golf Echo India.
Tin yacht number 2, Gulf Echo India. Um, yeah, I know that I've heard you talk about magic money before and the way that exchange works. Um, yeah, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it because I feel like this is probably the first time I've heard such a detailed explanation of it. Um, so it's um, it seems like it's sort of a cash advance, so to speak, on resources that were perhaps always meant to be available to us. It's sort of like, well, yeah, it's like if you're using a credit card and um, you're meant to be cycling through money that you have access to, right? You don't want to just be spending on credit because that will burn you out. Um, but then when you take a cash advance on that or pull cash from it, um, that's like things that you need to be investing back into the Yun Sun in order uh, to balance that out and grow the gold that you have. Is that, am I following this well? Tinyat number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Well, you're getting there. If you talk about the personal gold, that's like your personal heart power, right? So you can only build more gold by giving back to the Yun San and doing a good virtue and all that, so that your Yun San is going to have that essence which flows down and become the gold. Okay, so you're not actually using something that is like credit card. You're not like using it something that it doesn't exist and like you own something. No, it's not like that. It's like you got to already have done something to the Yun San to build up, and then you have the gold to use. So if you don't have gold now, it means that your Yun San is poor, and so that's why it is like that. There's no other way around. So it's like if you talk about only your own system, the gold is the result of you cultivating good virtue back to the Yun San. And if you have been like, all the time you have been bad to yourself, people bashing you and all that, right? The Yun San is not getting anything good. Your gold is going to reduce, and you're soon going to like just give up, because the gold is the resources that keep the heart god going. And like Wing's case, like she keep having a bad result when she try to be good to someone, right? That's a lot of toxin, and the Junsan, of course, will not like it, and eventually she is like going to be running out of gold so bad, to the point one point that the heart is going to be dead. It's going to be like giving up, and it will tell you, I don't have any money. Don't ask me to do things. And then eventually what happened is you stop doing everything. Like in life, you just lay there, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. And sooner or later, you will give up your life. So if we run out of gold, it will be a big problem. The gold is like the dragon chi that your god, the heart god, runs on. And if it doesn't have that, it cannot keep going. It cannot keep, like, imagine your life is like a movie, and there's a play button, right? When you run out of gold, the play button will pause, and it cannot keep moving. And when you pause for too long, your life is over. You're dead. So running out of gold is a big problem for yourself. I'll continue later. Senior number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Senior number 2, Kilo Alpha India. The, 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 this information is very important. Like, for example, I need to find out now what did the sign mean when you find out like a lot of the stuff that is going on around you. It's so sort of like, for example, can I make what is in my case now that is happening currently? I believe on I think it was Saturday. I went to drop the CV, but I realized that my SIM card has been suspended and I cannot pay. Maybe I might be able to pay that at the end of the month, or maybe the follow, because I don't know what is going to be the results of my pay this week, because I'm just at the end of this month. And I realized that because it's like now they put me in the position where I'm not going to be able to work the whole month, because now I must use my card to go to work, and they pay me a small amount of money. So in that money, I have to pay certain things that are important and make the grocery. And it's not enough to fill up the whole month. And then there's no transport in this. It's very awkward. So it's all those situations. It's like it's a setup or something, but it might mean something. Like I don't know what it is. Uh, I don't know whether it's my young son is but it's something very significant when I'm analyzing the whole situation. I don't know, but it might be, because now I won't be able to find a job if my SIM card is suspended, because if I recall, in all those CVs that I have submitted, I put my it must be I put my SIM card that is suspended on. So I won't be able to get any calls. So it's difficult to tell what does that situation mean. Juliet number 2, Kilo Alpha India, back to you.
Oh, well, for your case, I would say you're just being drained by a lot of sources around you. And yeah, like I said before, you have pets. Pets also do drain some stuff. And when you're not affording, like you cannot afford that drain, it will be a big problem. So it's hard, not just your Yunsan, but all the stuff around you that is draining you. It's kind of like they're sucking you dry. Yeah, it's kind of hard for your situation. Um, okay, we'll go back to the gold issue. So for magic work, instead of talking about like the heart god, because your heart god need your gold to keep continue doing whatever things. Now, if you like write a fool, and the fool will call up a god, right, from the altar side, and then you ask that god to help you do something. If that god doesn't have enough gold, then it's like the god is very weak at doing the job that you assign. Like it's not enough power. And in Chinese, we call that the magic power in a way, okay? Because it's like the power or resources that the god uses to do and execute the task. Like you ask the god to secure the door, block off evils, right? Tape the fool on the door. If there's not enough gold to fund that thing, it's like the god just run out of power. And like initially he's like, oh, I'm pushing away, things. And then suddenly he just, oh, my hand just went noodle mode. No power. I can't push. That's what happened when you run out of gold, right? So when the god doesn't have enough gold, this kind of thing can happen. And so sometimes it's not the god not powerful or the god is not helping. Sometimes it's just that it ran out of resources. And we can grab the gold from the higher level and power up the lower level. Okay, so what we do with the magic money is we make the magic money, of course, by like, doing the specific things that is needed to make that magic money. For example, stamping on it a certain way or folding it a certain way. And then we have to check it, right? And the magic money is checked with the court, the religious court. So the religious court is saying that, okay, we agree, we're going to give you the resources with this ticket, right? Now you can use that ticket, that piece of gold on the god locally. So it's the higher level paying for like extra resources to your local gods. Okay, and now your local gods have more gold to continue to do what they have to do, and that will help them be able to continue on and not just stop right there. So anyway, Tia number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Tina number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tin number 2, Charlie. So the concept of the money, it's foggy for me. Essentially, we use the money that is authorized by the religious court, and they are the ones who will give our God the extra gold to perform any type of task that he needed to do. How does the money look like? I'm not sure if I've ever seen the money, but is there a certain amount of money you need to burn or prepare to bring down a certain amount of resources? Like, like for example, like if you go to your ATM, you put in your card and you want, let's say, $1,000. You type in $1,000, you take out $1,000. But you have to have $1,000 in the account in the first place. So how does that transaction work specifically? I do remember like a few lessons back, you were talking about how a lot of in traditional Chinese Taoism or any form of traditional Chinese spiritual system, a lot of these people think if they burn 1,000 incense or 1,000 foods, they're sending that stuff over to their ancestors or the people who pass away, and that's not how it works, because it could also be looted. So the reason why I brought up that example is to see if there's a correlation with the amount of magic money we need to use to bring down a certain amount of gold, or is it a case where it's I don't want to say unlimited, but it doesn't really matter how much we burn or use, we're only going to get a limited amount. There's a bottle cap. Back to you, Tiniat number 2, Charlie Hotel playing golf.
Okay, yeah, the Chinese are like burning a whole bag of it, and they think it's going to work. Of course, not going to work. Well, that's like you're burning a whole bag of $1 bill versus a guy that has like one $1,000 bill, kind of like that. The magic money, you have it already. The gold and silver, right? That's the one on your altar. You have that before. So for us, the gold or silver, they need to be stamped at the back with the RC stamp, and then you have to check it. So it's basically kind of like it's based on intention of like what this page is for. And usually one page is like for one intention. So it's not like how many pages, how many dollars. It's more about like one page is for this step, one page is for that step, right? Like kind of like that. You can imagine like the 9 star, they're like phases. So I give you one gold for one phase. You can be like that. It's based on like the purpose, like one page is for one purpose. So you don't need to burn a lot. It's not like more the better. It's the same page that can worth a lot or worth little. And how much can you draw out? Like how much is the God willing to give you? It really depends on what you are in the lineage like what's your background, your virtue, right? And all that. Like, imagine you ask someone for help and the guy is like a stranger, right? You don't want to give much help. But if they are like your best friend, you will help more. So it's based on the relationship that you have been building. And the other side is like, okay, you need my help for this, I'll give it to you until that job is fulfilled. So you don't need to burn a lot. Like for every month, we have a practice every month on Lunar 1st and 15th. We will burn the magic money for the local. So we're like actually bringing resources from the court and down to pay, like salary to pay the local gods. And it's only two sets of those things with like one piece of each, like one piece of each item. You don't need a lot. Like even I have a lot of gods, I don't need to like burn the whole bag of gold and silver. It's one enough, right? Because it's for that purpose. So yeah, Tinja number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Vignette number 2, Gulf Echo India. This is a really fascinating concept, and I think I'm starting to wrap my head around it. So yeah, I guess until we come to a point where we need more more God power than we ourselves are able to or have earned up to this point. The main thing to focus on is quote unquote earning that gold, putting in the good virtue and building it up with ourselves, as that's also likely to increase our credit line with the upper. Is that am I honing in on it a little bit? Tinyat number 2, Gulf Echo India.
No, it's totally the opposite. Okay, I got this answer for you directly from my landlord, so he's always here chiming in. He said, "No, it's not like that. It's like this. You enter the family, and the family is supposed to help you to make all the magic work and happen to whatever desired result when you need help. So by doing the magic money, you have a way to write that, like to make that ticket to request the resources that you need until you're fulfilled. Okay. And why you have kind of like unlimited amount to take, or like you can ask for as much as you want, is because you are a part of the family. So as long as you have a good relationship within the family, you're supposed to be able to just withdraw whenever you need and take until you're fulfilled. That is part of the promise in the ordained, right? Because you rely on the Tao. So the Tao provide to you until you are fulfilled or until you have enough. Okay. So it's not like a business kind of settings where you have to earn your credit. No, it's like even you didn't earn, you're like a baby, newborn baby in the lineage. So you want food, you call mom, there will be food until you're full. And there's no charging, there's no credit score or whatever going on. There's no Excel file keeping track of how much you took. You know, there's nothing like that. But now, why do the Tao do that? And what do the Tao want from you in return? Is, well, they want you to become like a successful disciple, which means you will last till the end. And you will not give up. And you learn like the 5 virtue, 10 commandments, you take care of the lowers and so on, right? You're eventually going to grow and become like you can say like an asset in the lineage because you help out, and the lineage can keep going because of you. That's basically what the Tao wants, right? Now, if a disciple decided to suddenly like betray the lineage and ill and such like that, okay, the Tao is like, we help you so much, and you decided to fuck around, and then we'll fuck up you, like fuck you back, like the same way, you know. So that will happen, and that's like we're bringing you to justice. We're taking everything back. And so if you have been like, you know, getting a lot of help, which isn't a bad thing, right? But you decided to be an asshole, then you will see everything going the other way, backward. So the Tao will bring you to justice. How much help have been given? You'll be like going the other way, the same amount or more. And hey, who tell you to be an asshole, right? But if you are like healthy in the lineage, you should be good. There's nothing going to happen to you, and there's no way that you'll be having any problems, right? Like that. Tier number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Tenet number 2, Kilo Alpha India. I've been meaning to ask, let's say, in my situation, I'm planning to work a long distance. What if I get a job like that is doing a lot long distance, and I'm always on the road? Will it be possible to have an altar that way? Because I've been wondering now, because the nature of the job that I'm doing requires such, and it's very, very, very difficult to make money if you are doing local. So if you are working, doing a long distance, like I hope to do, it will be very difficult to, because most of the time you spend most of the time in the road. It's normal for most drivers, and that is the only way to make money. Like, so I need to find out in that situation, how will I approach that situation like that? If I still want to have an altar, is it possible? Unit number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Back to you.
That is so simple. You carry the altar around. Right? You can have a mobile altar, and then you open it up when you need and close it when you don't need, and that's it. Also, we are always connected by the internet, right? So anything you need help, you can still find us. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have your internet going on. So it's not a problem. Even you have a job that is like that, it's not a problem at all. Just remember to let me know in advance so I can prepare something for you. You take the thing with you to like drive and go around. It's fine. Not a problem. Okay, that's not going to be a problem. There's always a way. There's always a way. Okay, it is now 2:01 p.m. We'll end the net here and see you guys on Net B or online. 73 to all. Team Yacht number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo is clear.
Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Team number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha clear.
Team Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India, clear.
Unit number 2, Kilo Alpha India, clear.